Hi, everybody. Welcome to yoga this week. We are going to do some stretches lying on our back and then a couple of side stretches and then perhaps a little bit of core work. That's what I have planned. And let's see how that goes. Okay, I hope everybody is doing well, staying safe, and we can start with our breathing. Let's roll our shoulders back away from our ears, hands on our thighs, palms facing upwards, forefingers to the thumb. And we'll just take 5 deep breaths. So closing our eyes, dropping the chin down slightly, and 5 deep breaths here. Inhale, expand, exhale, pull everything into the center. And just maintaining our posture, making sure our weight stays slightly forward, long spine. We'll just go into 4 counts to inhale, 8 counts to exhale, just changing the rhythm of the breathing. 4 to inhale, 8 to exhale. And from there, going straight into the Ujjayi breath, chin to the chest. 5 to inhale, 10 to exhale, and we'll do 5 cycles like that. Closing our mouth, feeling like we're breathing in and out through our throat. Take your time. When you finish, you bring your head up and open your eyes. And then, so we're going to just take our first hamstring stretch and then stretch out the calf muscles. After that, when we lie down, we'll focus more on the hamstrings and we'll also do some hip work and some gluteal muscles. So we'll do a few bridge positions, all of that before we take a couple of side stretches, and then we'll do some planks. So inhale, taking your hands up, both your legs stretched out, just reaching for any part of your feet, trying to keep that spine nice and long, even if that means you're going to soften your knees a little bit. Slowly on the inhale, come back up with both your hands up, and as you exhale, we'll do that one more time. Just reaching forward, long spine, soften the knees so you can keep your chest on your thighs. Once you get there, you can straighten out your knees as much as you feel like. Chin to your chest, keeping as long a spine as you can. Slowly inhale, come back up. And just one more time as you exhale, just stretching forward. You don't have to reach for your feet. It can be any part of your leg. You can just keep your hands under your knees and pull. You can keep your hands under your calf muscles or reach for just your ankles or the soles of your feet, whatever works for you. And you can also use a strap to just strap around your feet and then pull forward if that works better. While you're there, you're breathing, you're using that exhale to pull the belly button in towards the spine, and you're using that exhale to pull yourself forward into a deeper stretch, deeper posture. Slowly on the inhale, come all the way back up, and this time on the exhale, you're going to take your right hand over to any part of your left leg. Again, knee, calf, ankle, foot, or you can put a strap around and then pull for a stretch with one hand. And your weight will shift over to your right side a little bit, and then you're going to take your left hand up and you're going to look up at your left hand, or you can look down. Or if you don't want to keep your left hand up, you can just take it and place it on your back with your left shoulder open and your hand is on your back palm facing up. As you exhale, your weight slowly comes back to the center. You take both hands forward back to your ankle, feet, wherever in front of you. And then when you're ready, you inhale, come up with both your hands up, and on your exhale, you're going over to the opposite side. So either strap any part of your leg, so left hand over to your right leg, so your weight will shift over a little bit to your left leg, and your right hand stays up. You can look up at your right hand, you can look straight ahead, or you can even just look down. If you don't want to keep your hand up and it's a lot on your shoulder, just place it on your back palm up. As you exhale, slowly bring your right hand back out in front, going back to the first posture. And then when you're ready, on your inhale, come up with both your hands up. And as you exhale, you can take your hands back down. And then here we'll do a small preparation for this posture called the boat. So you can incline a little bit, take your legs up in front of you. The lower down your legs are and the more straight your legs are, the harder it's going to be to hold. So decide where you would like to hold this. You can even hold your legs with your hands. You can hold under your thighs, and then once you have the balance, you can slowly extend your arms out a little bit, soften your knees as much as you need to. You can keep your hands to your sides or in front of you. Try to feel the exhale. It's very hard to feel the exhale here. As you exhale, slowly lower down and relax. You might just feel it a little bit in your lower back. And if that's the case, you can use a rolled up surface. Just put it behind and then maybe lower down onto your forearms and then try the same thing. So extend your leg out. You can support with that rolled up surface. You can place it under your tailbone. And slowly lower down, take a moment, come back up, and then we'll do this just one more time. Once you're in that position, you can soften your knees. Your legs don't have to stay straight. They can be higher up off the floor because the lower down you go, the harder it gets. So they can be higher up off the floor. You should be able to feel your exhale. That's more important than just taking our legs all the way towards the floor. So feeling the exhale here. So on that rolled up surface, supporting the lower back, exhale, knees to your chest, and then extend your legs out. Chin to your chest, feeling that exhale. Slowly release, feet on the floor, just work your way back up. This time take that rolled up surface out, and let's try it one last time without the rolled up surface. So we're just going to take our legs up. This way. You can hold on to your legs if you want. Soften your knees, take your hands out. As you exhale, slowly come back down. Yes, this was very challenging posture just in preparation for the boat position. And then you come lying down on your back with your feet down. We'll do a few variations of the bridge position. So as you inhale, so feet are right about the width of your hips. Hands down by your sides, palms down. Push with your palms and elbows. Lift your hips off the floor. Roll your weight back onto your shoulders. Chin to your chest. And then let's just take 3 deep breaths. And as you exhale, really feel like you're pulling the belly button in towards the spine. If you can take a moment to engage those locks, please do. As you exhale, slowly roll your spine back down. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, come up into that bridge. Once you're in the bridge and you have your balance, see if you can just take both your hands off the floor and take 3 deep breaths. You can just keep your hands parallel. You can keep your hands together, palms together, whatever works. And as you exhale, you're going to slowly roll your spine back down, bring your hands back down to your sides, palms facing downwards. And from there, we'll go back up again. Then we'll take our hands up. And once we get there, we're going to take one leg up at a time. So as you inhale, come back up into that bridge. Get into the complete position. Really lift your hips off the floor as high as you need to. And then once you're in position, you take your hands up either parallel or palms together. Both work. Once you're there and you have the balance there, you're going to shift your weight over to your left side. So then you can release your right leg up. Once you take your right leg up, take a breath. And one more. As you exhale, slowly put it back down. And the minute you take your leg off the floor, you're going to feel like you lost your elevation there, which is fine. You're going to lose your elevation a little bit the minute you take one leg off the floor. So shift your weight over to your right and then take your left leg up. We'll take 2 deep breaths there. As you exhale, put that back down. And then slowly just roll your spine back down, bring your hands back down. And we'll just extend our left leg down. As you exhale, take your right knee to your chest and then just stretch your right leg up. Again, you can hold any part of your right leg. You can hold behind your thigh, behind your knees, calf, ankle. You can hold your Grip your toe, hold your toe this way. Your leg is away from your body, and you're going to try to keep your knee as straight as you can. And that's hard. You can soften just a little bit. The opposite hip stays on the floor. Relax the opposite leg. Let it not hold too much tension. So you really just want to stretch that opposite hip down, and that will automatically keep your leg down. As you exhale, you're going to take your thigh to your chest. Now, this stretch is going to be a little bit different from the previous one that you just did. So, in this one, soften your knee. Really push your thigh close into your chest. If that's where you're going to stay, just stay there and breathe. If possible, you can always use a strap for both of these stretches. The one we did before this and this one. Once your thigh is on your chest, really push and then see if you can just extend your leg up a little bit. It may be very little or it may be nothing at all, and you might just want to stay here, which is fine too. If you can, extend your leg up a little bit. Do that without compromising on thigh to chest. As you exhale, you can slowly bend your knee to your chest, extend this right leg on the floor. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bring your left knee to your chest. The first stretch, you can just stretch up and away from your body, trying to keep that knee as straight as possible. Hands behind your thighs, behind the knee, holding whichever part of your leg. Or you can put a strap around the top of your leg and then just hold the strap. And as you exhale, you slowly bring your knee to your chest. And from there, you're really going to push the thigh in to your chest. And you may just want to stay there. You may not want to stretch more, which is fine. Just keep your knee bent for this one. Pull the thigh close in towards the chest. And then if you feel up for it, you can take a little stretch upwards, extending your leg. But you don't have to. Now, as you exhale, slowly just come back down and extend your left leg back down. And then we're going to take a bridge balance, the one we already just did. So we're going to go back into that bridge position. So feet on the floor. As you inhale, taking our hips off the floor. Once you're in position, you're just going to take your hands up. Move your weight over to the left side. Inhale, take your right leg up. Stay there. Let's take 2 deep breaths. And bring it back down. Shift over to your right side. Take your left leg up. Slowly just bring that back down. And then slowly on your exhale, you're going to roll your spine back down. Bring your hands back down, palms facing down. And from there, we'll just take a quick side stretch to the right side. So on your right side, prop up on your elbow, shoulder. So you're going to keep that shoulder away from your ear and then just bend in that left leg, stretch it out. Your knee doesn't have to be straight. It doesn't have to be quite that high up, wherever you feel like you want to hold that stretch. And as you exhale, you're going to bring that leg back down and then roll over onto your left side. And we'll do the same thing lying down on our left. So prop up on the left forearm, shoulder away from the ear. Bend that right knee in towards your chest and extend up. Try not to roll your weight back too much that way, then you won't be able to hold it comfortably. So try to keep that weight forward a little bit. And as you exhale, you can bring that leg back down, and then you're going to a tabletop on the front. So front up tabletop. So hands down by our sides, palms facing down, fingers pointing forward preferably. If that's a problem for whatever reason, you can keep your fingers pointing towards either side, but definitely not pointing back because that might be too much on the wrist. So palm down, fingers pointing forward. As you inhale, you come into this tabletop right here. As you exhale, bend your elbows. Try not to drop your hips down. Just keep bending your elbows, keep bending your elbows, keep bending your elbows, and then we can slowly drop our hips down last. And then we'll do that one more time. Once we get there, this time you can either hold it or you can try a 3-point balance. You don't have to do the 3-point balance, but I'm going to talk you through it. So if you feel up for the 3-point balance, do it. Otherwise, just hold the tabletop as is. So for the 3-point balance, inhale, exhale, engage your locks, shift your weight over to the left, take your right leg up. Take a breath. And as you exhale, put your right leg back down. Inhale, exhale, belly button to the spine, engage your locks, shift your weight over to the right, left leg up. Take a breath. As you exhale, put that back down. And then on your next exhale, bend your elbows much as you can, working those triceps and shoulders and lats. And then you come all the way down. Take a moment, just shake it out of your hands, rotate your wrists, whatever you need, and we'll just do that one more time. Again, you can hold that tabletop as is, or you can do the 3-point balance. Inhale, coming back up. Inhale, exhale, engage your locks. Shift weight over to the left, right leg up. As you exhale, put your right leg back down. Inhale, exhale, engage your locks. Shift over to the right, left leg up. Breathe. As you exhale, put your left leg back down. And from there, take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, you are going all the way down. It's going to be hard on the triceps and shoulders. Just try your best to keep going and then come all the way back down. And from there, we'll do our single plank for the day. So hands down by your side, palms down, fingers forward. So you're just going to keep your heels down. So lift, push up with your hands, lift your hips up. Keep pushing, engage those gluteal muscles that will keep you going all the way up. So stay here, take 3 deep breaths, inhale, exhale, engage locks. As you exhale, slowly come back down. Take a moment, we'll do that plank just one more time before we finish and go into our Ujjayi breath exercise. So hands down, palms down, fingers forward. And when you inhale, exhale. It's always nicer to get up on the exhale because everything is so engaged, but you can go up on the inhale if you feel like it. So inhale, exhale, and then up. So point your toes. Engage your gluteal muscles so you feel like this whole stretch from your hip flexors all the way down to your toes. That kind of holds you up and engages your butt muscles. Two more deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, engage locks. As you exhale, slowly coming back down. Rotate your wrists. I'm going to stretch your triceps out a little. So just sitting cross-legged. Inhale, take your hands up. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Exhale, stretch up. And from there, just take your hands to your shoulder blades, elbows facing up. And then hands away from the back of your neck so you're not pushing down, you're holding and stretching those arms out. On your exhale, interlace your fingers behind your head, elbows facing sideways. Inhale, stretch up. And slowly exhale, bringing your hands all the way back down. And from there, take your right hand across. And then bring it out. Take your left arm across. And from there, we can go into our Ujjayi breath exercise. So 3 cycles. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. 6, 6, 12, 6. Chin to your chest. When you finish, bring your head up, open your eyes, and we can say Om. So just closing our eyes, exhale together. Nice deep inhale for Om. Staying with our eyes closed, let's take 3 deep breaths here. All right, thank you for joining me this week, and keep practicing, keep breathing, stay safe. Namaste.